What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dre Supreme back with another recap video. And look what we got. We got the Portland Trailblazers defeating the San Antonio Spurs 106 to 103 to tie the series even 1-1. Headed back to Portland for the next game 3 and game 4. Scoot Henderson played extremely amazing with confidence. He dropped 31 on 11 for 17 shooting, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. And Drew Holiday and the crew, Donovan Clingan, everybody just came apart. Denny Avnia, like the whole Portland Trailblazers team, they played phenomenal. Sneaking this game out of San Antonio, taking the breath out of their lungs and defeating them in this game 2 matchup. We also know what happened in that game. A very scary injury to the Spurs star, Victor Wembanyama. He looked like he came off a spin move and he couldn't control, his body. His body kind of flailed, out of bounds, and he landed on his head, and now he's in concussion protocol. So prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. Hopefully he comes back, because we don't like to watch a series that ends like this. Like, we don't like when players are out, especially star players are out off of injuries like this. That could pretty much determine a series. But, we got to move on, and we shall see how the series shapes up. But let's get into the juicy stuff, the box score, where we break things down per usual. Starting with the Portland Trailblazers. The Tomani Kamara, he finished with 10 points in 35 minutes, 3 for 7 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, making a pair of free throws with 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 turnovers, 3 steals, and a block. I feel like this brother's stat line like barely changes. Like he's so, like he does what he does. Like he goes out there and like it's like the same result, but it gets a little better over time. Wonderful game, scoring the basketball, not doing too much, not shooting too much, just right. He grabbed 9 rebounds, magnificent. He facilitated, he didn't turn over the ball, and he played defense. 3 steals, 1 block, magnificent. And he grabbed 2 offensive rebounds out of the 9 that he got. So shout out to him. That's a pretty solid game out of him, and I'm loving it. Moving on, Denny Avnia, the star player on this team, 14 points in 30 minutes, 5 for 13 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3 for 5 from the free throw line, with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, and a block. Not too much, of a he didn't do too much, which is perfect because he got his other players around him going, and he allowed them to do and play their game. And this is the reason why they won the game. Donovan Clingan, he came in 9 points in 24 minutes, 4 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3. I didn't know Donovan Clingan was shooting those threes like that. I gotta watch a little bit more of his tape from his 3 ball. 1 for 6, is not good, but it's pretty good that a guy at his size is shooting the 3 like that and grabbing rebounds at that too. My brother had 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. 5 offensive rebounds, so 5 and 5. Like, that's a pretty solid game. This game, he came back. He played very aggressive in the absence of Victor Wembanyama. Let's just say it like that. But listen, you got to take advantage when you can. All right? This is a playoff series. This is not a friend series. You got to do what you got to do during the times where you could take advantage. And that's what he did. Drew Holiday, 16 points in 39 minutes, 6 for 17 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3, and making a pair of free throws with 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Drew Holiday, the first 2 games, he's not shooting the ball well, but listen, If I'm being honest with you, he just has to shoot them hoes and just pray. You want to win this series, you gotta just do what you gotta do, and he's been doing that. He's been playing very well defensively. So for his shooting to be down, and he's still scoring the ball, by the way, and he's playing with confidence with the rest of his team. I can't say nothing bad about it because he's doing things in other categories that's contributing for this team to win. Unlike game one, he played very well as well too, contributing in ways that's tangible and intangible ways just to win the game. Scoot Henderson, 31 points in 38 minutes, 11 for 17 from the field, 5 for 9 from 3, 4 for 6 from the line, with a rebound, 0 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal, and a block. He played a great game. I watched this game from beginning to end, and he played with confidence. Before the game, he said that today was the day. He said that he going to go out there and he going to play his way. He's the number 2 pick in last year's draft. He's shown like that he's that type of player. And again, like Scoot, man, like given the opportunity, he's gonna show up and he's gonna perform. And I'm glad that they put him in the starting lineup, the starting guard. But I always say, I wonder how this is gonna work out next year with Dame, Shaden, Drew, and Scoot. I just want to see like how it's gonna work out. Like, because they got a deep team. They got a lot of depth. If they were really smart, they'll keep all them pieces because this is needed. They'll be at the top of the conference, probably underneath the San Antonios, the OKCs of the world. They could be like a 3rd seed next year if they keep all these pieces and if they rely on one another and learn from this first round series if they do lose, for example. Alrighty, moving on to the bench, we got Jeremy Grant, 5 points in 20 minutes, 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, making all 3 of his free throws with one rebound, 0 turnovers, and a steal. Chris Murray, 1 point in 8 minutes, making 1 free throw, 0 for 1 from 3, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers. Robert Williams, III, like I said in game 1, like he's been playing very aggressive. He's like a bulldozer down there in that paint. He's corralled all the rebounds off the bench. And he's integrated Semi into that starting lineup. Him and Donovan Clingan is like, bouncing off of one another based off like foul trouble and just based off like what's the best matchup in the moment. Tiago Splitter is really doing a fine job at coaching this team and using all his pieces. So shout out to Tiago Splitter. 11 points though, 23 minutes, 5 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, 0 for 1 from the free throw line with 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 0 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Oh man, like Robert Williams III is really showing us like, yeah, forget what happened in Boston. Like I'm here now, I'm in Portland now, and I'm showing up. It truly is. All right, Matisse Thybulle. 0 points in 10 minutes, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 block. Like Matisse Thybulle, and I said it in the first game 1 video, game 1 recap, he is out there to play defense primarily. We don't expect him to really score the basketball. He plays very aggressive, and you could put him on the best players on the opposite team, and he's going to do a fine job. Last but not least, Shaden Sharp, 9 points in 13 minutes, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, making a pair of free throws with 1 rebound, 0 turnovers, and a block. All right, moving on to San Antonio. We got Julian Champagnie, 9 points in 27 minutes, 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3, splitting free throws, 1 for 2 down the line, from the line. 4 rebounds, 0 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Pretty fine game. In my opinion, you got to get this shooter the ball. He's a shooter. He can knock down threes, especially when Wemby's down the game. You got to rely on your 3-point shooting. So get him some more touches, because between the first game and this game, like I don't even think that he shot more than 10 shots between the first 2 games, which is crazy because he's a shooter. This is the reason why I start him in the first place, for him to shoot the basketball. Victor Wembanyama, like we said before, he's in concussion protocol. He only played 12 minutes. So yeah, he was out by the second quarter, I believe. He finished with 5 points, 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 0 steals, and a block. Prayers up for Wembanyama, because we want to see a great series. And I already predicted that this series was going to go to Game 6 or Game 7. I said that back in the first video. Yeah, this Portland team is very well matched up against the San Antonio team because they have depth. All right. De'Aaron Fox, 17 points in 34 minutes, 6 for 16 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, with 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and 0 blocks. Pretty solid game by De'Aaron. I think once Wembanyama went down, he started just to, shoot the ball a lot more, because he's seen, like, the star went down. I need to step up. And he missed 10 shots. I'm glad that he didn't just start shooting threes out the blue like he would normally do. He kind of got to the free throw line, semi-aggressive. I think, like I said, with his 4 assists this game, he's usually in that 8 assist category or 7 assist category. Him and Stephon Castle, they need to give their shooters the basketball, and let them take over, because this is what is going to, elevate your team. If y'all gave Julian Champagnie the ball a little bit more, y'all could have won this game. Y'all ain't lost the game by 3 points, and y'all allowed the Portland Trailblazers to come back late in the game because y'all was winning by 12 or 14 points in the fourth quarter at some given point. They was winning by double digits. I remember it. But yeah, moving on from that. Devin Vassell, 16 points in 34 minutes, 6 for 16 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Yeah, this is pretty much the reason why they lost. And then for him to tie the game at the end, he missed a 3 as well too. That nice play that Mitch Johnson drew up for that corner 3, he missed it to tie the game. But 0 for 5 from 3. When he normally hits a 3 in the game, it just, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But yeah, very pleasing that he had 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, and a block. Yeah, they were playing out of their minds. They were playing with confidence, to try to maintain this league with their star player out. But yeah, Portland, they snuck one out. I'm not gonna lie, they snuck one out. Alrighty, Stephon Castle, he led the way with 18 points in 38 minutes, 7 for 20 from the field, 2 for 6 from the 3, 2 for 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. Pretty solid game. I think he shot the ball way too much. I feel like, again, I'm always going to bring this up. When Wembanyama went down, everybody felt the need to score the basketball. It was a conversation okay, who's going to score the basketball? And he took it into his own hands just to shoot a lot more shots than he would usually shoot or take, I should say. But yeah, man, you got to get your shooters the basketball. That's all I got to say. Y'all lost by 3. If y'all would have got your shooters the basketball, y'all probably would have won this game as well too. Harrison Barnes, he was injured. I feel like everybody was going down with injuries late in this game. I saw him walk out the game, and then I saw Dylan Harper walk out the game after Wembanyama. It was just like a disease at that point that spread it between the whole San Antonio Spurs team. Everybody was getting injured. But anyways, Harrison Barnes, 4 points in 15 minutes, 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line, making a pair of free throws with 1 rebound and 0 turnovers. Keldon Johnson. As of today, my man, well, as of yesterday, he won the 6th Man of the Year. So congratulations to him. It was an emotional Surprised for him that he won it, but well deserved. I've been paying attention to him, all year long, especially in my fantasy basketball. I had him for some points of my fantasy, and I won that league, by the way. I'm so glad because I was like the number 9th pick out of 10 people, and I won the league where my first pick was Donovan Mitchell. My second pick was Alfred Sengun. My third pick was Franz Wagner. Like, all these people were injured pretty much throughout the season, and I still won that league. But yeah, I had Joel Embiid that came back and he was dropping 30-point games, and that's how I won that fantasy league. But yeah, back to Keldon Johnson though. Pretty special season for him. He did play really good. What was his averages? Just for the sake of just talking about him, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist on 50% shooting. Pretty solid 6-man season. I don't even know who else was in the runner-ups for the 6th man of the year, but shout out to Keldon Johnson. He finished with 7 points in 18 minutes, 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, with 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. Pretty solid stat line for him. Carter Bryant finished with 7 points in 12 minutes, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3, with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Luke Cornett coming out and giving us some good production. Luke Cornett, the game 1 and game 2, giving us 10 points. Okay, and the reason why I'm glad that he's doing that is because in terms of sports betting, the 10 points for him was like plus 200, and I was paying attention to it. I was like, game 1, he scored 10 points. Shit, should I put it for game 2? And I was sitting there, I was lurking. I was like, yo, let me put this in. And I integrated into my parlay. Of course, they lost though, but just the predictions. We're seeing consistency out of Luke Cornett. 10 points though, 28 minutes, 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, with 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. Pretty good stat line with 5 offensive rebounds. This is pretty good basketball coming from Luke Cornett. All right. I can imagine if Victor Wembanyama doesn't play in game 3 in Portland, Luke Cornett is going to get the head nod to start in that game. 100% he would. Yeah, he's next up. 100%. Let's see. Dylan Harper, last but not least, 10 points in 23 minutes, 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, with 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal. Dylan Harper, man, I like the way that he plays basketball. With assuming if Luke Cornett goes to the starting lineup, if Wembanyama is out, I could see Dylan Harper really turning it up for game 3, because he's taking that matchup against Scoot. Him and Scoot, I don't know if you guys been watching these games, but him and Scoot going back and forth with one another, both playing with confidence, like, yo, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you. Like, they walking down against each other, and they ISOing, and they just scoring on one another. It's good basketball. I don't know if you guys realizing what I'm realizing, but it's good for the association and the competitiveness of the sport. We live for moments like this, and I can't wait for game 3 because this is a series to watch. Then again, prayers up to Victor Wembanyama. I hope that he plays. It's probably not likely because if you're in concussion protocol, you're going to be in there for probably at least he's going to miss a game. He's probably going to come back game 4. He's probably not going to fly to Portland because there's a thing, they don't want you to be in midair with a concussion, which is kind of, that's smart. You would think, yeah, I got a concussion and I'm in the air. That's kind of crazy, but never thought of it like that. But look, again, the Portland Trailblazers take game 2. They tied the series 1-1, 106-103. And this Portland Trailblazers is not going to go away easy. And I said it before the series even started. I knew that the Portland Trailblazers was going to beat the Phoenix Suns to get that 7th seed, and then they were going to match up very well with the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah, better team. and we'll see what's going on for game 3. So if you guys made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you guys in advance, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys leave a comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next recap video for game 3. Peace.